Good afternoon, everyone.
Growth, longevity, understanding, and integrity. Me and you, we on the road. Progress, self-discovery. Got a lot to learn in this life, and I'm excited. Gonna do it with my people, like mine. Yeah. What you gonna do when you need to? What you gonna do? A reboot.
Good
Give me the
afternoon,
song, yes.
everybody. Yes, I need the song
I
every
just cut up,
time.
y'all.
That's why when I didn't hear it, I'm like, "Whoa, wait,
We
but
need that
who's
reboot
giving it
song.
away?"
Yes.
Everybody was like,
I'll give it a minute for
oh,
few
yes.
people to come in. But hi.
Come on.
I'm ready for today.
Hello.
New Year, bestie.
I am ready as well.
We are reBOOT the podcast. I am here with my wonderful, beautiful leader, Phoenix Lior, and our gracious moderator, STL. We also have our moderator in the background, keeping things in check in the chat, the rebel herself, and then
Yes.
me, Shelly Welly, and we are reBOOT podcast, ready to give some great dialogue, get into it. How are you guys doing? Lena, how's your new year?
Oh, Jesus, I'm doing just fine. Thank God it's 2022 and I'm here.
2022, baby. It's 2022, baby.
I mean, God is good. It's blessings all around. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm having a really good New Year's. Everything's feeling like change is happening or about to happen.
This year feels so positive and powerful. I know exactly what you mean. Like I've been saying, like the energy in 2022 is already elevated. I get it.
Already.
I 100% get it. What
And
about
it
you,
seems like,
STL? Did you have
yeah.
Listen, I got all kind of good things on the horizon. Good things are happening. I got so many things that I'm getting ready to jump off, and I feel like it's going to jump off. I expect nothing but good things in 2022. Now, that being said, y'all better hold on to your weave, hold on to your wig, because it's happening in 2022.
I'm loving it. I'm excited about it. What did y'all do on actual New Year's Day?
Slept because I got super drunk New Year's Eve. So I slept all day.
Give us the details on that.
Man, I was just like, listen, I deserve a few drinks, so I pumped all the breast milk I the day before and prior to having drinks. And then it wasn't a moment in time where I didn't have a drink in my hand.
Yes, that's how you do it.
New Year's Eve, we had like 4 bottles of wine and like a bottle of champagne and a box of Trulies. And me and Nick just boom, 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 boom. It was a great day.
I love it. You know, you got to celebrate on New Year's Eve. You got to get the drinks, and also for most people, you got to get the black-eyed peas ready and popping. AJ, go ahead and play this is my pot of black-eyed peas that I made on the first day of the year. I got the smoked turkey leg. I put it in there and boiled it, and it just started to fall apart. I got the homemade yellow cornmeal cornbread. I tried to broil it on top. That's why I look like that. And then I have the greens with some type of pork meat. I'm not sure what it was. Pork butt, pork necks, pork nails. I'm not sure. But it's pork meat in my greens, and then it's the turkey smoked leg. And when I tell you that food was so good, oh Jesus, it was so good.
It looks delicious. It absolutely looks delicious.
I was trying to give that food, like I was telling my friends, y'all want to come taste? Come over, get some. Come over, get some. By the time the folks got here, it was gone.
So I know we have like a few people who probably know the traditions of like New Year's food, but for those who don't know, this is all symbolic. Everything that Lena has cooked is all symbolic, and it's all to feed your heart and soul. So the black-eyed peas bring good luck into your new year. You consume them in the new year, and you will have luck throughout the year. The greens bring money, baby. So
come on.
You won't have money worries. You
I
won't
always stick
have.
money
It's
in
not
my
like
bra.
you'll be filthy rich, but you'll have a balance of finances if you eat
Um,
greens. And then the golden cornbread, peace, prosperity, and fertility is why we consume cornbread on New Year's Day. I don't think a lot of people
period.
know that,
Period. You
but
know,
all of it is magic.
it really is. And it's all about being intentional in 2022. What are you doing things for? I'm not just out here cooking. Okay. Everything is connected. So is the food that grows from the dirt on this earth. I am doing things because there are things that I'm going to bring into flourishing into my life. Okay. Them black eyed
Yes,
peas, them greens, them pork nails, all of it together.
all of it.
The viewers are dying on the pork nails.
Cause you know
The,
nails is just like it's just like gristle meat. It's just like the gristle on the chicken bone or
yep,
something. So understand that
we need it.
all that has a reason for the season, okay? And so yeah,
And also, if you need a toothpick afterwards, the nails, they're good for that.
you hear me? Suck the juice off, sit it on the side, and when you come back later, get the stuff out your teeth. As simple as that. You might not even need to go to the
Much.
dentist this year.
Are there any other New Year traditions? I mean, we all know we drink. We all know we have great food, great family, great memories. Anything else that you do to prepare for the new year?
Mm-hmm. Well, this year I really wanted to go out and drink, but it just didn't happen for me. So I ended up staying in the house. My mother was like, "Oh, let's go to church and we'll pray the year in." And I was like, "You know what, Mom? That's not even on my wavelength right now. I'm trying to party the year in." Because they say what you start the year off with is what you end the year off with.
But
But
remember what she is first lady told us.
what she say? Oh,
With your worldly activities, you gotta have your prayerful activities. You know, you can have your cake and eat it too. In other
that's
words.
true. That's true. And I was saying that to say that even though I didn't want to pray, I didn't want to go to church and pray the New Year in. I actually ended up praying. That's
Aww.
something that I was doing, and I like everybody was inviting me to places, and I was like, you know what? I just want to stay at the house. I want to cook my food. I want to pray the year in. That's what I want to do. I did drink a whole bottle of Stella Rose. I did do that, but I feel
Yes,
like it made
I'm
my
here for the whole
prayers
bottle.
more flowy. My prayers was just coming out. What about you?
I'm here. I did all the drinking. Oh, sorry. The traditions that I have that are probably unusual. I try to get clean or at least declutter a room.
Love
So
it.
this year
Love
was
it.
my bedroom. Well, actually, I did my bedroom and my kitchen, but unintentionally. But this year was my bedroom, but I also did my kitchen, and then I don't wash clothes. I actually just found this one out like in the last 5 years. Apparently, washing clothes in the new year, like on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, means that you're washing somebody out of your life. So I try to
Oh,
get everything washed or at least in laundry baskets and in the laundry room so that there's not clothes all over the house. I don't have my clothes mountain, and just get
okay.
things out of the way before the new year
That's it.
starts.
That's important.
That's a new one for me, Shelly. I never heard that before.
Now, who did you wash
I just
away?
learned it.
Who did you
Yeah.
wash away? That's my question. Who got washed away in them clothes this year, Shelly?
Nobody. I didn't wash anything. I swear. And I was even Langston woke up New Year's Eve, no, New Year's Day in the middle of the night, 2 a.m. New Year's Day, throwing up all
Oh
over her
no,
bed.
no.
And I was still like, oh, this is a sign. Maybe they're trying to tell me I need to wash somebody out of my life. So I need to go ahead and wash these blankets. Like, what is the sign? But I
She
just
missed.
gently rinsed off the sheets and then threw them in the washer so that when I woke up the next day, I could immediately just press start.
There you go. Well,
So I still held to not washing even after she was puking on everything.
I love it. I have never. That's a new one for me too. Also, I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, it was new for me too, but I looked into it and I guess it's a thing.
Well, all right. Well, I might try. You know, I don't have a washer and dryer here in my apartment, so I usually have a mountain of clothes too. I usually end up doing like 6 or 7 loads when I ended up going to the laundromat. So I hate that. But it's nothing to do with New Year's. It's just a bad habit. I need to start washing my clothes every week. A small load every week. Simple as that. It will make things so much more simpler for me.
Laundry is the worst chore. Laundry is 1,000% the worst chore. I will wash every dish in my house before I do laundry. Every dish.
If I had a washer and dryer in the house, I would be washing every day because that's how I used to be. I wash something every day, but if it's not in there, yeah, it's gonna be
I'm
a month,
done.
month and a half.
Listen, I have a washer and dryer right next to me most days. And I just look at it. I just be looking at it like, I'm gonna see how many times I can wear this t-shirt before I really gotta throw it in the washing machine because I'm
Listen,
not trying to do laundry.
that's me too. Jeans, I wear that about 2 or 3 times. Shirts, usually one time. 'Cause I sweat a lot, and I just be trying to stretch it out. I really do because listen, you know what I should try to do? I should try to start washing clothes out on my hands again back in the day, like we used to do, because it's great exercise. That's really what we should do. And I know we
But
were
don't
kind
you
of.
need one of those textured boards, right? Like a washboard because you have to have something to like agitate.
I mean, no. When we used to wash clothes out, we used to use our hands. That's what we used to do.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's what we used to do. Wash them clothes out, get the water in it, wash out, wring it out, then you put it in a towel and you wring it out and you wring it and you lay it up. Well, when I was a kid,
I can't.
listen, we had a clothes wire in the back of our house. Like that was like normal. So
like a drying line. Yeah, we had a drying line.
So you could go we never did that, but you could go put your clothes on there, or you can hang it on the balcony. You know how I go back in the day. But
we had to. We didn't have for a good portion of our life, we didn't have a clothes dryer. So we had a washing machine. My mom would wash everything and then she would throw it in baskets and give us the pins and we'd have to go put the clothes out on the line.
Look at that culture. Where is that at? Now the kids just got washing machine, press a button, and that's it. Y'all don't even know what it used to be like. And we don't even know what
they shouldn't.
Look, hey, Gene is laughing at us like, y'all don't know what it used to be like.
Listen, you don't want to get me started.
Oh, Jesus. But I think that would be great exercise because, we were kind of, we had to reboot that booty.
Yes.
Tomorrow, actually, the 8th, I think,
day.
is the last day. So let's talk a little bit about that. Let's not. Let's not talk about it because listen.
I mean, I'm gonna be blatantly honest. I mean, I still have been focusing on aspects of like rebooting myself, but not so much my booty. Coughing. Oh,
yeah, I kind of fell off.
Yeah. So I've been really focused on like my mental and making sure I'm checking in with myself there. But I stopped working out. I stopped working out like beginning of December.
Well, I think we were very ambitious. We wanted to do a weight loss challenge during the holidays. So
we were.
That in itself is difficult. But the idea was not to like, let's lose weight, let's get skinny. The idea was to just kind of have an idea about wellness. How can we push towards wellness, even in those times that it's not convenient to do so? You know what I mean? How was yours, Jean? Did you have any issues, or did you do good, or did you have to readjust, or what did you do?
For New Year's, it was an adjustment because I am still grieving my mom. And all of my mother fell on Christmas Eve a year ago and then passed away on the 30th of this month a year ago. So New Year's was a little bit difficult. However, Shelly may remember what we did on New Year's Day. She was in ICU and on a vent and everything, but we had a family phone call. And so I replayed that video because that was all the family on, the kids, the grandkids, and everything. I know, but then I was spent by New Year's by New Year's countdown, I was knocked out sleep. So that was my New Year's.
Okay, ain't nothing wrong with getting a little rest. That what that means. This new year coming, you're gonna have some rest in your life. That's what that means. I love that. Yeah. I think a lot of people are dealing with grief right now during the holidays.
Yes.
So I don't know if people know, but they you guys do a show. Tell us a little bit about your show, the stream that's earlier today.
Good Grief comes on
Yes.
every Friday at 2 o'clock. And so today was our first stream since the new year, and it was powerful. We had a great time. Beautiful, beautiful conversation, a lot of sharing. So every Friday at 12 o'clock, did I say 2 o'clock? At 12 o'clock, I got my brain is in two different places. 12 o'clock noon, high noon. We take that journey, and I say it's transformative and healthy healing in on the process, the journey of grief. And we have a great time, beautiful people. And so yeah, I just want everybody to come in. And grief, let's be real, it's not just death of loved ones, but we grieve a lot of different things. So any type of grief, it fits what we talk about, it fits. So thank you for letting me mention that. But yeah, it's very
Yeah.
Yeah,
powerful.
No, thank you for
it
bringing it
is
up.
powerful.
A lot of people, and I'll talk about myself personally. We have an idea that grief is personal, and it's just singular, something we have to go through alone. And it is personal, and you will have those moments when you are alone, but it's just nice to know that there's other people out there that's experiencing what you're experiencing or something similar, and it kind of
Yes.
gives you a little strength when you hear
Yes.
people talk about
Mhm.
something. You're like, oh, I kind of have the same feelings and things like that. So I think it's important. So thank you for talking about it on the Reboot
Yes.
podcast.
Yes. Let me give a shout out to Crazy Berrytown, who is the reason
Hey.
that it is going. I
Oh, okay.
appreciate her energy. She's anointed for this. And also Kim Possible. Those are our two facilitators, moderators on that journey, and they are absolutely magnificent.
Mhm.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, Rebuilt That Booty, I think was successful because it kind of showed us some of the things that we need to kind of work on. Now, for me, Reboot That Booty is going to go throughout the year for me. So I'm on this journey, and even though I didn't do good on this first leg, this second leg, I'm about to really get on it and just kind of address some stuff. I think accountability is one of my biggest things. Also, another thing is an issue for me is discipline. That's a big thing for me when it comes to weight loss and healthy living and trying to build those habits. Is I have to build the discipline. I have to be able to make myself do something when I don't feel like it or when life is so busy. I still need to make time for that because it is important for
You
the
have to
future.
make time for you. I feel like we find ourselves so busy, like taking care of things, taking care of
Mm-hmm.
work so that we can earn money and taking
Mm-hmm.
care of other friends and their problems. And
Yeah.
we don't really discipline ourselves. Just like you know to go clock in at 9 a.m. every day, you should know, all right, at 6, I got to be at the gym or whatever that is. We have to make time for ourselves. And I don't think it has to be so. I feel like it's always said as like a negative thing, like you have to be so harsh on yourself, but like transform the way you think about it.
Mm-hmm. I
We
love it.
have to, yeah, transform the way you think about it and really dedicate to yourself. And stop if you need to stop. Like take a break if you need to take a break. Listen to your body, honor your own needs in your own body so that you can have a positive outcome. Because if you're forcing yourself to do something, eventually you're going to be like, all right, well, I don't even want to do it anymore. Like you're going to
Mm.
rebel against it.
Mm. Y'all know that I love y'all. I don't know if y'all know this, but I absolutely love quotes. I love reading
Mm-hmm.
quotes. I think there's just like a little nugget of, I don't know, encouragement or motivation. So I would like to know, and I'll tell mine first, but I would like to know what are some quotes that you guys are going to live by or implement this year coming. Okay, so my quote is, I have two of them. My first quote is inch by inch. I don't know who wrote it, but it's
Mm-hmm.
something that comes in my mind a lot. So this year I'm trying to build my business. I'm trying to become more financially literate. I'm trying to just really sustain or stabilize myself. And so
Yeah,
I have all these big goals and ideas, and I'm trying to remind myself and to be conscious of everything is inch by inch. You build a house brick by brick. And so, it's small increment changes, small things, and they build up over time. It's not one big lump sum.
I love
So
that.
that's one of them. Thank you. I love it too. And then my other one is, My mama, we just talked about this the other day because I mixed up the words and she was like, "You ain't living by it. If you can't memorize it, you ain't living by it." But the quote is accept, adjust, adapt. And I love that because I think for me, I kind of get held up a little bit when I have this idea of how I want something to go. And then when it does not go that way, I feel the urge to like stop or, okay, that's failure. Let me go a different direction. But it's not necessarily failure. It's just I have to accept the actual reality. I have to adjust to it and I have to adapt and continue to go forth in it. And so those are my two quotes for this year that I'm trying to put into the forefront of my mind and keep
and
in
I
every
feel like
situation
they
I do.
go very much hand in hand because it's all of that's a process. You don't just wake up and say, okay, I'm going to accept what this is today.
Yeah.
It takes time to be able to really work through the pieces of this is not how I imagined something would be, but this is what it is, and I'm not just gonna sulk in it or look at the negative. I'm going to really put in the effort to reboot my mindset.
Come on.
And I'm gonna change how I feel so that I can, conquer it, whatever it is.
Where's the reboot at? Where's the reboot at? That's what we're looking for.
So accept, adjust, adapt. I like that.
Yes, accept it. I'm accepting this. I'm going to adjust it. I'm going to adapt. And I'm going to continue to go forward. I'm a chameleon.
Because change never stops. Like, the world is constantly changing. Our lives are constantly changing. So if you're so stuck in your mindset of what you thought life was going to be or how things should be, you ain't going nowhere. You're
gonna be anywhere. You're gonna be in the same place you at next year. You're gonna be talking about the same stuff. Listen,
you're gonna be stuck.
The matter. This is it. We don't have the plan. We don't know. Okay, which is our where we can. I think this is where faith is created. We don't know what it's looking like. Okay, but we're not supposed to. We're supposed to lean on and go forth. Okay, and have faith that everything will be okay eventually. And even if it's not, that's also a part of the plan. So
yes, it is.
I love it.
It is.
What about you, spiritual thought leader?
Oh, listen, I got so much that I could say, but actually, for me, it's just to stay on the boss energy path. That's my thing, to stay on the boss energy path. And there are a lot of things that go
big
wrong.
Boss.
Yes.
And this is the thing. I feel like for almost 60 years of living that I've been in, it's like it's just now coming to a space and span in my life where I'm ready to not just exist, but exist in boss energy. That's a whole nother
Yes. I love it.
The saying that really prompted that is walk through the door like your ancestors opened it.
Period.
I love that.
Walk through the door like your ancestors.
They've laid the pathway, and now it's time for you to flourish. I love it. I love it.
Alita Michelle, they talking, ain't they, girl? They are talking. They say y'all speaking over here.
Yes, thank y'all for coming to the stream and listening. Listen, we are talking about the New Year's. We are talking about how can we pursue the things we want in life and be successful in it and go for it. Like spiritual thought leader said, in our boss mentality.
Boss energy, girl.
Boss energy.
Yes, ma'am.
I've mentioned her a few times on this podcast, but Lisa Nichols, she's one of my favorite motivational speakers. She has this she does talks every year about fear, and that comes up a lot on our podcast because it's something I definitely have dealt with in the past. But she says, what would you do? How would you act if you knew you could not fail? How would you carry yourself? How would you do things? How would you walk in the room? How would you go about business? How would you go about creating relationships and talking to people if you could not fail? And that was kind of transformative for me because I think a lot of times when I'm thinking about something, I like to weigh it against, okay, what if it doesn't work out this way? Or I try to see it so that my dreams are not crushed. So that I can kind of be okay if it doesn't go well. But if I had that that mentality, like what if I couldn't fail, and just do things on that level and with that type of energy, you know, it kind of changes the whole ball game.
It does.
So
Yeah, I
I
think it
love
would
that.
make you like way more confident. It would make me like,
Yeah.
but on top of that is like, what would that confidence do for you in the long run? Because you can get arrogant quick. So it would make me more confident in the decisions that I'm making, but I would still have to kind of be cautious because I don't want to get to the point where I'm just stomping on toes.
I mean, I think you should go ahead and stomp on the toes. That's what I think. Let them toes be stomped.
Yeah.
Folks, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, particularly for Black people, we are so indoctrinated on the don't be arrogant that we just can't really let ourselves go and have the confidence that we really need to be who we are. So it's like, I'm not worried about arrogance. I know who I am. I know I'm not arrogant. Now, there are people that are arrogant, true enough, but that's not me. So I know myself well enough to know I'm not arrogant. And I just need to come on with my boss energy. And boss energy doesn't mean that I'm abusive to people. As a matter of fact, people that are abusive to people are not operating in boss energy. Something that's pee-wee energy, trying to be boss energy. So I think that for me, I'd love to tell young people, throw this arrogant thing away, because that's not who you are. And I know that's the way we've been taught. I know that's the way we've been indoctrinated. But instead of having confidence, you know, I got to talk to young folks and old folks alike and try to build up some self-confidence, because y'all so scared you're going to be arrogant. And I'm like, listen, go ahead and put yourself out there and do your thing. And if you got a nasty attitude, you got a nasty attitude. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing but your attitude.
So
I love that. So you're saying arrogance more so comes from confidence with the mixture of bad attitude. So if you already are a kind and gracious person, confidence is just going to elevate that kindness and that graciousness. You're not going to be arrogant, because that's not who you are.
Absolutely. I don't need to keep gauging back and saying, am I big? No, ma'am. No, sir. And again, for people that have struggled with self-esteem, I think some of y'all really need to throw that away and just go whole hog all in.
And I think it is a big difference between arrogance and confidence.
Yes.
So, you know, and I think a lot of times we think that being confident is not being humble, or you know, we you know, and I say in my own teaching in life, I feel like if I make myself smaller, then it's accommodating, and so I'm being good to people. But that's not the truth, and it's not the case. You know, you should be able to, because I mean, God gave us this greatness. And the idea of not expressing it is kind of crazy. And you know, if people see you as a negative because you are so confident, I think that is saying more so about their mindset than your own mindset. And so this is something that this is something that has blessed me in my life, that I've been trying to implement. But when I speak to people, or people say things to me, and if I find offense to it, or I feel like, oh, you know, they're saying something negative about me, I consider, you know, the fact that they're probably saying more things about themselves than they are about me. So it's a projection. It's not necessarily anything to do with me, because I know my heart, I know my spirit. I know that I'm not about to be out here. I'm not trying to step on toes, but if you put your toe in my way, and you know I'm coming, and I said I'm coming this way, but you put your toe right there to try to make it seem like I'm doing something bad to you, that's your issue. Okay.
Girl, I feel tongues up in here. You get it?
Yeah. That's not my issue. That's your issue. So
I love
that's what I've been doing more. Like if I get into a somebody's hollering at me, then I know that's more so them and not me. That's their issues. Okay. That's not my issues. So I don't have to take that in or take it on. And so I'm getting better at that.
I'm getting better at that too, Lena, because I'm just learning it too. But I've learned not to take on other people's baggage and junk. And so if they're talking bad about me, they're really not talking bad about me. That's something bad that's coming out of side. That's coming out of them. It's not, it has nothing to do with me. And so I don't take it on anymore. So you can call me arrogant, you can call me stuck up, you can call me right on the list, you can call me all. That's in you, that ain't in me. So, and I'm not going to take it on.
And it's important to know you have to have a level of confidence to be successful. Like if you want to be successful, you got to be, your mindset has to be
You
like,
gotta
okay,
believe in yourself.
you
Yeah.
have to believe in yourself. I have this to give to the world. This is something that God has given me. Thank you, God, for giving me this opportunity to express it. But you have to walk into that confidence. You can't be like, oh, modest and, well, nothing's wrong with modesty, but you can't be
Making yourself
making yourself small. You
yeah.
cannot
I
do it.
appreciate that perspective. I really do, because I am the one to be like, I need to tone this back. I'm not trying to step on any toes or get in any way, but you're absolutely right. If I'm already not a nasty person, then there's not going to be any nasty arrogance coming out of me. It's just going
Mm-mm.
to exude the behaviors that I already have. So I'm here. Is inch by inch,
Yes.
but I am willing to take on the challenge.
Yes. Love it.
That sounds good.
Did, did y'all
Absolutely.
give me y'all quotes? We really in this thing. Did y'all give me y'all quotes? Yeah,
I
and
don't
Jean.
have one. I don't have one because I'm not a New Year's resolution person.
Okay.
I do like quotes,
Let's
but
get
I just
into that.
haven't like research. I just always, so I used to be like, obviously when I was a kid, it was the big thing, like, oh, set your New Year's resolutions. I'm gonna lose weight. I'm gonna eat more apples. Like, but
Not the manzanas.
I just stopped. It just
Mhm.
it wasn't beneficial for me. I tend to set my goals around my birthday. So like whenever my
Mm.
birthday comes around, I'm like, okay, I'm, 22 now, 23, whatever, however old I am. This is the goal for the next year. The New Year's resolutions I feel like is like group, like almost like Christmas. Like Christmas has become so much less about the original ideas of what Christmas is, whether you're religious or not. Like if you're not religious, obviously it's a season of giving and kindness and peace.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
and if you are religious, it's like the time where we celebrate our Savior's birth. And I feel the same about, but now in modern world, sorry, before I move on, in modern world, Christmas has become like, buy all the presents you can, surprise everybody in your life. You need this, you need this, you need this. And that's kind of what's happening to New Year's. Like I saw every single Instagram model on Instagram promoting flat tummy tees, waist trainers, fajas, their new workout program. And it's like, y'all really like, because so many people are into this like new year, new me, new year, new body idea, they are really, really leaning into it. But even before then, I gave it up. I was just like, I'm not committing to something that I'm not gonna stick to. The first of the year, yeah, it's a new beginning or whatever, but it's too much pressure. It was too much pressure for me, so I stopped.
I never, I'm on the opposite end of this spectrum, I think. Maybe I used to be like that, but now I'm like, I just don't understand what's so bad about a multitude of people having the same goals at one time.
Hmm.
I don't get what's so bad about that.
Yeah.
I get, the whole Christmas things. Yeah, it is an industry. People are making a lot of money behind it. But I
Hmm.
mean, what's the problem with everybody buying gifts for each other?
Hmm.
I'm kind of more so with everybody, with the mass on that one.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, yeah. I feel you. I feel you. And I mean I don't think there's a bad thing about it. It's just it's not for me. It's
mhm.
not for me. I feel like it really gets overwhelming and like becomes a central point that I just try to avoid.
Understand, understand. Yeah,
Try to
I,
avoid.
I, and I think of it like, um, and nobody here is wrong or right, but I think of it more so
Yeah.
like seasons, like the way that some fruit come into season during a certain time of the year. So, maybe this first point of the year, it feels like a fresh beginning season, and everybody kind of has that feeling. So yeah, everybody's
Hmm.
kind of wants to focus on health and wants to focus on getting healthy or whatever. I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. But hey, that's everybody has their own ideas about it.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And
And I think,
I'm
go ahead.
I said I'm super supportive of like the different perspective. I'm just like I can't Me personally,
Mhm.
I can't. That's all.
Now,
But what I
Shelly,
do appreciate about the new year is that it sets a tone of like we have so much time now. Like I
mm,
feel like people sort of really get positive about the way their goals are going because they feel like they have so much time. But how do we train ourselves into, because we all know New Year's resolutions fall off. Like they tend
I
to,
can.
we tend to not stick to them even for the people who do set them. Um so how do we commit to making it beyond the 2 weeks or the month or the 3 months that we would normally stick to something? Where do you say, okay, I really want to keep this going. I want to make this a life habit and not just a resolution that burned out.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm gonna say you. I think it has to be made a must. It has to be a must for you in your life. Um, if it's, I think if it's more so just an option, that's where the issue, where it becomes more difficult to stay on it and to be.
Yeah.
It's like a hobby. Oh, I'll do this, but if I don't, I'll be good. And
Mm-hmm.
I think that's probably the biggest issue. But for me personally, like I said, the discipline, the accountability, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe just like each week going back to it, not just like, oh, okay, these are my New Year's resolutions, and that's it. That's the last time you've seen them goals for the whole year.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
think if you like, okay, monthly, I'm going to sit down with my goals and write stuff out and plan it and talk to myself and call other people and talk, girl, I want to open
I
this
love
restaurant in
that.
2025 and I just wanted to talk to you about it. I had this idea, and just kind of like bringing that to life through your words and through your through your time,
Mm-hmm.
putting your time and your
I
mind
love
on it.
that. Being
That's a
dedicated to the accountability of it, because
mhm,
even if,
mhm,
let's say by the end of January you're not working out as much as you set out to, if you
mhm,
sit down with yourself and get realistic about what your plan was, set a different goal for February, set a different goal for March, so on and so forth. But the fact of the matter is you are staying committed to yourself. Even
mhm.
if you didn't lose X amount of pounds in that time, you're checking in with yourself and you're making sure, here I'm okay and here I'm okay, which
Yeah.
allows me to continue forward.
Mhm.
I really do.
I was watching this business page on YouTube, and it was this young lady who had started making candles. And so she started a
Mhm.
business out of it. And so she, after about 2 or 3 years, she started profiting like $250,000 from the candle business.
Oh
So
wow.
they were asking her, what gives you energy, like what makes you so successful, what keeps you going. And she was just basically saying it's not for her, it's not motivation. You could be motivated at any time, any point of the day. But she said her why behind why she's doing her business, what's the why behind it? That's what keeps her going. And that's what gives
Mhm.
her energy to work 12 and 14-hour days during her high season or whatever. So
Mhm.
that gave me a little perspective, because me personally, I'm very much into motivation. I love positive affirmations. I love to listen to motivational speaker. I listen to Les Brown, Lisa Nichols. I listen to just anybody. I listen to everybody on YouTube and stuff. Eric
Mhm.
Thomas. I can't believe I forgot him. That's one of my favorite. Just deal with it. I like how he put T on the
Right.
end of his words. Um,
The
and so
people that you listen to for motivation, do you find that you have much in common with them?
Some of them I feel like,
Yeah.
or like Lisa Nichols, I feel like she has a lot in common with my mother. So I just automatically have respect for her because her
Yeah, for the
the
wisdom.
yeah, so she reminds me of that figure in my life.
Mhm.
So I love listening to her, but like I mean, I listen to Tony Robbins. I don't think me and Tony Robbins got nothing in
Mhm.
common. But what inspires me about these and motivational speakers are their backstories and where they came from. They came from
Mhm.
zero, and now they're here at their level of success. So that's what inspires me to listen to somebody. Les Brown, I love Les Brown, but um, that when the business owner lady said
Oh,
that,
Les Brown is their name. I
yes,
thought you were saying that. I thought you were saying like Les Brown, like I'm listening to somebody Les Brown, because I
me. I'm listening to all brown. Listen, it's more brown for me. If the more brown you are, the
I was
more
like,
darker you
wow,
are,
Lena,
you
I'm
get
gonna
some more
take you
love from me.
there.
That's so funny. His name is Lester Brown. He
Les
goes by
Brown.
Les
Okay.
Brown. You should look him
Got
up.
it.
He's an older guy, but
Okay.
the stuff that he puts out it
Recently,
transforms
I have
time.
been. That's kind of what prompted me to ask that question. So I love podcasts. I love motivational videos, all that kind of thing. But I noticed that everyone that I listen to is like my age range, my nationality. Like
Mm-hmm.
I agree with them on a lot of things. That I'm like, how am I supposed to challenge my thought if I'm listening to everyone who I feel like I align very much with? So I've been
Mm-hmm.
adding more podcasts of people who are less brown, but also of people who are like older than me and single maybe or married for the second time or divorced. I want to really hear different perspectives that allow me to okay that allow me to challenge my thought so that I can grow.
Yeah, yeah. I never really thought about it like that. I As far as like the motivational speakers, if it affects me, what you're saying affects me, then I'll listen to you. So whether you're, black, white, whatever,
Hmm.
if you have some wisdom for me, I'm willing to listen. I really am.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, I appreciate
So,
that. Yeah, that's kind of what I've been getting into. But I want to talk about you. I want to talk
who?
about your growth and what you are getting into because I know we mentioned before we stopped streaming
Uh
that
huh.
you were looking for a little bae, a little
Mm.
boo thing, and
Hmm.
new year, new dick. So
Period. 2022. Okay, we looking for all of it today, this year.
so we gotta see what I mean, not maybe
Listen,
literally, but new dating scene, new people
yeah.
coming out.
Hmm. I was,
What's going on?
yeah, I mean, y'all know I was considering celibacy this year, and I prayed on that thing, and I fasted for a day, and the Lord said no.
The Lord
Um,
said no.
I'm not being celibate this.
The Lord said no,
Let
and
me
I
stop.
appreciate him for that. I appreciate him for
um,
giving you the go ahead.
let me stop. I'm gonna have to repent after this podcast. I am back on the dating thing. All right, you already know I
Love
wanted
it.
to kind of mend things with my ex. That didn't happen, so now I am going to
Whatevs.
move forward. What did we say? We're gonna adapt. We're gonna adjust, and we're going to. What was the other one? It's my quote.
Adjust. No, accept, adjust, and
Accept.
adapt. You know what? Your mama
That's
might be onto something. If you can't remember it, Nina,
I gotta write it down. I need a pen. I'm gonna write it
I
down.
can't.
Accept, adapt, and adjust. So
But
I'm accept that,
mm-hmm,
and I'm moving on. I'm on the dating apps. I'm
go forth.
open to people stopping me and asking me on a date. I'm open to all of that,
I love that. Do
and
you
it's
find yourself? We've always been told like, oh, you need to be married and settled and have kids and yada
mhm.
yada yada. Do you find yourself being challenged by that idea as time goes on? Like, is that even a goal for you? Do you feel like you want marriage and a family and things like that?
It's a definite go for me. I think I was
Yeah,
made to be a mother.
yeah.
And I really do want to have marriage, and I want to have children in that marriage.
Mm-hmm.
That's a definite goal for me. It's been a goal for me. I do think that it's difficult nowadays because there's so many different avenues and ways, whatever. But that is a
Mm-hmm.
goal of mine. That is something that I do want in my life. However, if that's not what God has for me, then I'm okay with it. But I speak those things as not as they are. Angie, what's the actual verse? I usually just say the first part of it.
Which part? Which verse?
Speak those things as though that. What is the
Speak
verse?
those things that be not as though they are.
Speak those things that be not as though they are.
You
So
better
Speak
preach
those
that.
things that
That
be
be
not
not
as they are.
as
I just
though
know
they
I
are.
As,
I just know half
oh,
of the Bible verses.
manifest. So basically,
Yes.
Manifest.
manifest.
Yes.
So
Speak what you want into the world.
I speak what
Yes.
I want to the world. And then it
Yes.
says ask not because what is it? You have not because you ask not. Okay.
I love
So
that. And you said something that really strikes me. Having
what?
kids inside a marriage. We were just talking about this in a Facebook group.
Mhm.
I didn't know so many people felt this way. I did not know so many people felt this way. Like I obviously you have like a lot of baby mamas, baby daddies in the world these days.
Nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with it at all. But I feel like the functionality of that unit is also changing. Like I feel like in my parents' days, like I don't know, a lot of people don't know me to know this about me, but my parents were never together. My parents were like, boom, bam, I happened, right? Mm-hmm. So that relationship was toxic. Like they were super argumentative, never okay. But I feel like these days I'm seeing more of like the parents that are not in romantic relations still being there for their kids, showing up to birthday parties and 100%. Taking their kids out to movies and dinner and like taking care of the dynamic in order to parent appropriately. And I love that because it's like you don't need a marriage to have babies. If you want to be a mother, be a mother. But I also do respect people who are like, I want the order. I want to be able to find a man who's going to be with me, be my side, and be romantically involved with me, and then move forward with children. But I just love also seeing the positivity on both fronts. You see happy, healthy, thriving marriages and parenthoods, but you also see happy, healthy, thriving co-parenting relationships where there's no romance involved. Definitely. And I love it.
I love it too. I just want to give my opinion. You know, I had a friend that asked me, you know, Lena, would you be interested in if you had like another friend who wanted a kid? They were in a relationship, but their partner didn't want a kid. I'm in a relationship. My partner doesn't want a kid, but I do. Would I have a kid with the friend who does want a kid? So, I mean, it's so many different options. It's so many different ways to have a family now. And I don't think anything is wrong. Whichever way you go, I don't think anything is wrong. You're going to have issues. As long as you work through those issues, you're great. As long as it's a great environment for the kid, you're great. Now, for me personally, I don't want to raise a child in two different households. I want my kids to be in one household, and that's what I want stability to look like for them. So that's just my personal opinion. Now, you know, I had a single mother growing up, so I understand that it's possible to have successful children and all of that different ways. But just for me, my opinion and how I want my family to look, it would be in marriage and with one household. You know, simple as that.
So with that idea, how is that as time is moving on? And just laying out the reality, because we said we're going to accept, adjust, adapt.
Yeah, we are.
You know, they consider these days a quote unquote geriatric pregnancy to be a pregnancy after the age of 32.
Jesus Christ.
Man, wild.
I'm worried. Oh, okay, go ahead.
Knowing that, but also before you knew that, how do you feel with like time creeping on and still being on the dating scene?
You know, it's rough.
Yeah.
I would have never guessed that Marlena Willingham would be unmarried with no children at the age of 29. I would have never guessed. That would have never been my plan. That's not something that I ever would have wanted. It would not have, I would have never checked it on any multiple question quiz. But unfortunately, not unfortunately, in a different way, this is where I am. So it is a worry, but I'm not rushing anything. I think that it's going to happen when it's going to happen, and I have to just let go of like I was saying earlier, I have to let go of my plans and let God's plans go. So I speak the things that I want, and I try to pursue that, and I just try to enjoy the journey because you know
that's important to be noted, though, that you have a goal. And you're not rushing it. So it's not like you're jumping into relationships hoping this is the one, this is the one, this is the one. You're taking your time and really vetting the people.
I jump into the relationships. I head first. Oh, I hope Jesus, please let this be the one.
You know what that reminds me of? If you have TikTok, have you seen the one where the girl's like, why are you being weird to me?
Right. Like all of this, and now you want to
have me in the bed, one hand on shoulder, one head on frontal. Now you're being weird to me.
You think I'm weird? Come on now, don't do that. You know what's up. Uh,
Right.
yeah, I mean, I'm trying to, and there's a lot of things that I have to learn, that I'm growing in when it comes to relationships, when it comes to learning about men, when it comes to just merging with somebody. And so I'm just trying to take each lesson from each relationship and make a better one as I go forward. And hopefully,
Hmm.
hopefully, hopefully, sometime soon, Jesus blesses me with the right one.
I think you got it. I think you got it.
Yeah.
Like I said, 2020 feels 2022
Mhm.
feels like the year. But in 2020. Okay. So clearly the year's a tongue twister. 2022 feels like the year of like such great growth and positivity and forward movement. So
I
I
think
feel
so
like,
too.
I mean, I'm not saying you're gonna get married this year, but I do
I mean,
feel
I
like
might.
I
I
do
might
feel
get
like
married
this
next
is the
month. You
year
never know.
of like finding that positive relationship.
Yes, I'm excited. I really am. I'm back on these apps, so I'm talking to different guys and something I've been wanting to get better at is flirting. That's what I realized I'm not so good at flirting. So I was trying to
Wait,
see if maybe what.
so how do you flirt?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe we can do a little
If I was like,
demonstration
"What's
and
up,
y'all
boo?
can help me real quick.
What's up,
So
boo?
are we about to do this role play right here?
Yeah, what's up, boo?
What's your name?
What you got going on? What don't they do that this day?
What they do? I love a lip. I love a lip bite. It's so sexy. I love it. Do it every
If
time.
I was like, sorry, I'm
So
shouting.
listen, right? He's trying to say what he wants to say, honey.
He's trying to talk.
Um,
He's trying to tell it.
let's do a little role play. If y'all will do with me, and Jean, Shelly, what I want y'all to do is act like y'all are trying to approach me as a guy, and I'm going to try to practice my flirting. And if it goes right, then it's good. But if it's not, y'all can tell me what I need to work on. Okay?
Okay,
So Shelly,
so
go ahead.
hey, little mama, I saw
Oh,
you. Across the
it's Big
bar over
Mama, but
here.
go ahead. What?
Lena,
What?
you can't correct the
What?
man. He just walked over.
It's Big Mama.
Okay. Okay, let's go again. Hey.
Okay. Wait, let me get my hold on. Let me get my sexy voice up.
Okay. Let me get my guy voice.
Mhm.
Okay. Hey, boo.
Hey,
I
how
saw
you
you over
doing?
here having a drink by yourself.
Oh, I'm never alone. Jesus always with me.
Oh my gosh. Lena!
Is that
Lena!
flirting? Wait, that's not flirting?
No, Lena! I thought we were talking about Jesus in the club.
Why not? Jesus is in the club with me. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, AG, will you? Okay, let's try you, AG. Okay, okay. Don't bring
Okay,
up
you
Jesus
ready?
in the
You ready?
club.
You ready? Okay. Hey, baby.
Hey. Sorry, that was so good, AG. That was so good. Okay, I'm ready. Hey,
Hey,
how you
baby.
doing?
Oh,
Hey.
I'm doing better now that I see you.
Oh my God, you are so sweet.
Not as sweet as you, baby. You look like a chocolate drop that I want to taste right now.
Oh, you want to taste right now? Well, you can't taste, but you sure can look.
I can look,
You can look.
but listen, it's just melted right before my eyes.
Oh, well, what you gonna do with all that melted chocolate?
Well, you know what you do with melted chocolate, baby.
Where you at? Let me see my location. Okay, how was that? That was pretty
That
good,
was
right?
way better. That was way better.
That was pretty good. Thank you. Hey, Gene, why is the old man voice so good? You had it down. Hey,
Not
baby,
all this
that was
melted chocolate.
perfect.
Send
Uh,
me your location. That was good. So the focus of
okay.
flirtation is to be
Mhm.
lighthearted and
Mm,
friendly,
okay.
right? Like
Friendly.
playful. So you
Okay.
got it that time. You got it that time.
Okay. I'm feeling better now. So I'm gonna go on the app and I'm gonna try to practice a little bit more, and
I'm
get my
here for
flirting
it.
up.
And
So
we gotta see the contestants.
okay,
You gotta let us vet the contestants here on
I
reBOOT.
I will definitely. Let's work on that. Let's work on that. Maybe we'll do like some type of yeah. I'm feeling that.
Remember,
So
I said it was the leaning for her,
I
Lena.
was
It was
just
the
about to say
leaning.
that.
It was the
Rebiana said it was
leaning, girl.
theater for me. I can't.
I've been watching
That's
Sex
good.
in the City. Oh my god, I've been watching Sex in the City, and I've been watching Samantha.
Oh yeah, the new one. The new one.
I haven't watched the new. I've been rewatching the old ones.
Oh, one's okay. I want to
But
watch the new one.
they're just so. She's just so. Oh, she's just always in slow motion, and I'm just like, I need to learn that because
See,
it's. I want to evoke the fire.
you do that. You actually do that, Lena. For real, for real. So,
So that's what I like. I'm having a good time. Just trying to talk to the guys.
These comments over here.
Truck driver said, "Bring Jesus in after the talk for a few minutes." You right. I just want to let them know who's at the head of my life. Is all I'm trying to say.
Hey, everybody trying to hear Jesus on the first go round. I hear you though.
And just like First Lady said, you bring it in. You pray over that thing before y'all get into it. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just trying to tell you. I see Tyrone Nathaniel Busky on here. And listen, what you mean? Wait a minute, what's going on here? Listen, we were having a conversation, weren't we, Lena?
You hear me? Because it's important to talk and practice those things which you're trying to put out there. That's all. That's
Absolutely.
Now, Aaliyah Michelle, that's my friend, guys. She said, "I'm trying to walk the way Lena does."
Listen, that walk. That's what I said to Aaliyah Michelle. She already lights the fire because that walk.
Honey, that's a generational walk right there. That's how my daddy used to switch. My daddy switched like that.
Mama got
my
that
mama
same
switched like that. And
that's
I got
right.
Listen. Oh, you remember that scene off of Wait to Exhale? And she was like, "Oh my God, is he looking at me?" And she turned around and was like, "He's looking at me." That's what I like.
Do that.
I be switching, honey. I switch on off. I've been practicing that for years.
See, I think you mastered it. I think you've mastered it, baby.
But I love switching though. That's the what makes the difference. It feels good to switch.
It does for those that can do it.
I like to sway my hips. That's what I like to do. So
sway your hips.
Sway your hips like it's supposed to.
I
like to sway my I like my shoulders.
I stepped away for a moment and there's so much going on.
Listen.
Yes, it's you know what, and that's so funny. Leah, she said, "I'm about to begin." I'm actually, it's so funny that y'all bring this up. I am actually starting a switching class, and so it's on Saturdays at 12, and it's at noon. And so all you have to do is come in, and we'll teach you how to switch. Yeah, we'll stretch. We'll teach you how to switch, and then go from there.
That's a class.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all should come. I like it. And Shelly, do you switch? Now we done got on switching. Is this something that you consciously do or what?
I feel like I don't, but like my sisters and my friends have been like, "Why are you switching so hard?" But I'm like, I literally am just walking. I'm literally just walking.
It's just that.
I feel like switching and like how the guys walk. I feel like all of that takes rhythm. Like you have to have some constant beat in your head. I don't have the constant beat in my head.
You can switch off beat.
Can you?
Yeah, why not? Switch on your own beat.
I can't.
Yeah, I'm so excited now. I'll let y'all know how the flirting goes next week. Because I'm gonna try it on with some guys tonight and see what happens.
Also, where are you going? Where are we going to meet the men's?
Where are we going?
Yeah, where are you at? Like, where are you meeting the men at?
Online.
Oh, okay. So we're not like in the bars and the clubs, Whole Foods, Starbucks, yoga class.
Coronavirus.
Omicron is out. Delta's out. They got a mix between COVID and the flu. I ain't really trying to meet nobody else. I'm trying to talk to somebody first, and then I want them to get tested for STDs and also COVID. And then after that, if they're clear, then we can go ahead and see, what comes after that.
Okay, I'm here for this.
COVID test free.
Dating. This is what Corona dating looks like.
This is what Corona dating look like. I will still go out and talk to people, but I mean, I'm probably gonna have my mask on.
Grocery store. Aaliyah just said grocery store. That's a good one.
I've never met anybody. I've never met a guy at the grocery store.
I have a friend who has a fantasy of meeting a man in a grocery store, and I'm like, why don't you get on Bumble or Tinder? And she's like, I just know I'm gonna meet my husband in the grocery store, and I'm just like, how's that even gonna work? Where are you gonna be like grabbing Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and he's just gonna be like, oh, I like the way you grab that box.
Period.
Listen, young ladies, let me tell you something. You got to get your basket and then get that switch on. And then when you reach over to get the item, you accidentally drop it on the floor. And then you got to let that little action of him being chivalry is not dead. But you start to bend over. You start to bend over and you show us a little bit of the body parts, not a full disclosure, but just enough to, as Lena said, come on, baby, light my fire. And then you let him, let me get it for you. And then the rest is history.
Then you say,
you gotta be creative with it, babies. You gotta be creative. Bend and snap, Aaliyah.
Not bend and snap.
What do you guys wear into the grocery store? Because I feel like I dress like Frank Gallagher when I go to the grocery store.
Men love when people don't dress. They like that. If you
sweatpants, hair tied, chilling with no makeup on.
Period. Just if you can look cute without nothing on, you're fine. You're good. I always be looking crazy going to the grocery store. It never fails. Mm-hmm. I have on some leggings, some Crocs. I have on a long shirt and then a jacket to come over, but the jacket is shorter than the shirt. And then I have on
always. Why are women's jackets so short?
It's crazy. It's crazy. But maybe I should start getting like full-fledged cute and then go to the grocery store. Like, dang, where you going? I'm like, going to the grocery store.
See?
Simple as that. And just see what happens, because, and another thing, these millennial people, they don't be speaking to each other. That's not normal. It's more normal now just to be like, not say anything than it is to talk to people.
And I speak to everybody because that's me for real. I mean, I can be driving down the street in a strange land and somebody drive by and I'm gonna wave and be like, hi, how you doing? It's just natural because I'm from the country, and in the country we speak to everybody.
There it is. And I love that. We should bring that back into the now world. I love that.
Well, I speak to everybody. And as a matter of fact, while we're on that point, and y'all can attest to this as well, I get a little agitated when people come in the room and don't speak. I just think it's the epitome of rudeness. Like, you don't see somebody sitting here, you're not speaking. But you're right. I had to learn that's a generational thing too, because the generation does not speak. And so I'm grossly offended and they going on about their business and they don't mean any harm by it. So it's just, that is definitely a generational difference.
Yeah, and the younger kids,
regional. It's also regional. Here out in the Pacific Northwest, people think that if you're talking to them and they don't people think that if you're talking to them and they don't know you, you're trying to sell them something. So like if you walk past somebody, you're like, oh hey, how are you? They literally mug you down. Like, why are you speaking to me?
Look, I ain't got no money for whatever you pushing. Keep it pushing.
Yeah, that's
I'm very much the same. I feel like when you walk in a room, speak to the people there with you.
Yeah.
Listen, I try to still do it because I want it to be back. But like younger kids, I don't know. I've tried to speak to like younger kids and they like, hello. Hey, how you doing? They're like, good. Like looking at me like I'm the crazy one for saying hello. It's interesting. It really is. But I love that. It's not necessarily wrong. It's just different. Yeah, something to get used to. Just like if we was to go over to New York, our talking to people or guys opening doors, it's not the same, and it's not necessarily disrespect. It's just a different way of life. So that's something I've been getting ready for, getting used to. And I put my stuff out there and let people, interpret it how they want. Simple as that.
Yeah, me too.
I would like to get us into this New Year's poll. Okay, so what we're gonna do, audience? I mean, rebooters, y'all in there, y'all in the chat. That's what I usually call it, the chat. I want y'all to come in here and chat and talk with us. We're gonna ask y'all some questions, see what y'all prefer, what y'all don't prefer, and this is gonna be geared towards the new year. You know, it's still the first week. It doesn't feel like it. Look like it's. It feels like it's after the first week.
It does.
It's still the first week of the new year. So my first question on the poll: tell me this: do you guys prefer to do a vision board, or do you guys prefer to do like a written goals on your phone? Which do you prefer? Shelly, what about
My life
you?
is chaotic. I don't do either one. My
And
life is
some
chaos.
people love chaos.
I thrive in chaos. Nicholas has recently been like down my throat about wanting to get like a vision board, like a whiteboard where we put down like our daily schedules.
Love it.
And the things we want to get done for the month.
Yes.
And I literally have been fighting it wholeheartedly. Like, I'm pretty sure I slept on the couch one night trying to fight this. I don't want goals.
Why not? What do they hurt?
It seems like, because if it's there and I don't do it, I'm going to feel like more of a failure. Like, if I write it down and I don't get it done, I'm going to feel like, well, fuck my life. Like, I didn't get it done. I'm a piece of shit. I can't finish anything else. Like, that's it. That's the rest of the world.
I feel that. I understand it's the pressure of it. Actually, it's the pressure of actually like, okay, I'm going for this. It's something like that is, you can feel it. And so for a lot of people, it's easier just to say, you know, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, it's fine. But I think that's where you have to make it a must. I think that's where that comes in because, you know, you don't you want to obtain it?
Yeah, that's my thing. If you got to really, do you really want to do it? And if you're just playing games with yourself, that's a whole nother scenario. Aaliyah Michelle said, paper, I see you, baby. Crazy Berrytown said, written goals, I see you. Rebel Inc. says, I do both. Reverend says, I'm learning to write my goals. Something about writing helps me do a little better. And I think at the end of the day, I'm like, I do both. I write it down, but I also believe in the vision board where you can see it and see it and see it and see it. And so at the end of the day, it really is about this year. One of the things that I said too, I want to be an action taker and I'm looking for action takers. So if you're just still on the fence and you really don't know if you want to do it or not, then I'm not, and I don't mean, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to waste my time with folks that are still on the fence trying to decide if they want to do it or not. It's like, I'm looking for action takers because we need to move. We need to move this buggy.
Mm-hmm. Right. I think Tyrone said that they're doing a time capsule.
Oh, nice.
I like that idea.
Oh, I missed that. Tyrone. Thank you for catching that.
The positivity about a time capsule is that, like, you put it away. Like, I don't have to keep looking at it. I said I was going to do these things, and in 5 years, dig it up, and look, I got them done. Maybe I didn't get the thing done in January that I said I was going to get done in January, but it got done before the 5-year mark.
Yeah.
I lot of my struggles evolve around that. Is that, like, I feel the pressure of when I set a date for something, that date just looms over my head.
Okay. Well, we have to figure out, because it doesn't sound like you're indifferent. It just sounds like you don't like the pressure. You need something that takes the pressure. AJ, didn't you post something that kind of gave a little perspective to pressure? I can't remember.
Go ahead.
It was something like, don't say that it's pressure, say that it's I can feel the impact of.
And you know what? It's very much a new thing for me. All through my life, I've always been like done with my test before everybody else, and finishing my homework in class, and turning in things before they were even due, and like the person who carried the group projects. But here recently, it's been like, I'm fucking drained, bro. Like, I am exhausted. I have 3 little humans who rely on me for damn near everything. And, like, the idea of trying to add more onto that plate is just like, I can't. I don't want to look at the goals on the board that I'm not getting done because I'm fucking breastfeeding for 5 hours a day.
Right. I understand that, honey. That and it's a lot. So it's like I'm happy that you understand that. Okay, listen, I'm in my limit, so I can't add any
Yeah,
more on right now, and that's
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But
because that's
I've conceded because we're getting a goals board, and I was like, okay, as long as they're like group, I don't want any Shelly specific goals on this board. So as long
okay.
as it's like family goals, or like Nick, I think what Nick really wants is he wants me to see what his schedule is looking like for work and school, so that so it's more easy for me to adjust our schedule to that.
Okay.
So we're doing it, and I'm just not gonna put any of my stuff on it.
well, well,
Gotcha.
that's one of your stuffs right there. You got them on you. You don't need to put it on the board. So
Yes.
that's they're the priority right now, and that's I
Mhm,
mean
mhm.
I think that's okay. You know, being a mother is important. You got three babies. That's the priority right now. Once they kind of get a little more self sufficient, then you can start adding stuff. As simple as that.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
That's the
yeah,
Yeah.
idea. That really is. And
yeah.
like I said, I think I mentioned last time that like I'm looking into getting childcare so that I will have more time for myself. But
Mhm.
man,
It's
childcare is
expensive.
like hard to come by out here. Like all
It's
the
a
good
second
ladies
job.
are full.
Mhm.
All the good ladies are like either full or like the good institutions are full. So we're on a couple wait lists, and I'm just fingers crossed at this point.
Well, listen, I think you should call the wait list up and tell them, excuse me, I don't think you know who I am, but I'm Mrs. Betts. Okay. I am Shelly and my husband is Nick. Okay. So I'm going to bring my children Monday morning at 7 a.m. Okay. And you want to make room for me. You want to make room for
You
me because
want this
you don't know who I
opportunity.
am. And girl, you never know what happens. That lady might be like,
Right.
you know what? Bring them
They're gonna be
kids.
like,
Bring
yes,
those
ma'am.
babies.
So you're number 117, and we'll get to you when we get to you. Yep.
Listen, did you know that I don't know, I do hair, what else, whatever they need, I
Yeah, yeah.
I zero out accounting books.
I
What
like
do
to
you
bake.
need?
I make a really good chocolate chip scone. So
Take the
there's that.
scones. Take the scones.
Take the scone with you.
Uh,
And
Mel Holiday said she does both. She does both.
she does both
I'm
also.
just
Me,
coming on down.
yeah.
I like to do both too. I think it's very important to write the stuff out so that if something about seeing it every day, something about having it in my mind and it brings to the forefront, it's hard for it to get kind of um mixed up with all the other stuff. If I can keep it to my
Yeah.
focus, then that's what usually gets done. And actually, when I first started writing vision boards, I had written a vision board 1 year and I looked at it for like the first 2 months or whatever. And then just like here and there, and I stopped for like the whole year. So then I looked at it like a year and a half later and I had completed everything on the board. Even though I hadn't like continued to look at it, I think it was just the fact that I had written it out, I had put energy into it, and I just knew what I wanted to go towards. And then eventually I got it. I got all of the things on the board. So that was
Mm,
really crazy for me. So ever since then, I
I
love
like
vision
that.
boards.
I
Yeah.
really
yeah.
do like that. Watch me go back and watch this episode in 5 years, and I'm like this uber productive person with like a vision board and a freaking planner, and like who knows? Who
And
Oh
I
knows?
my
saw Lisa
God.
said pressure makes diamonds. So come through, sis.
Woo!
Come through. Come
Period.
through.
Period.
But
That's
also
what
coal. But also pressure makes coal, and like I have on all black right now.
Shelly. I know a piece of coal when I see a piece of coal. I'm not looking at a piece of coal. Okay. So
See.
that
No,
that
I'm
is a
just
good
kidding.
idea.
I'm just kidding.
That's one of Eric Thomas he has like a video where he just specifically talk about diamonds and the whole process, and it's like you have that pressure. You need the pressure to
Yeah,
make the diamond, and you would have never known if you weren't under that pressure. So
yeah, yeah.
that's like a wisdom of life right there. Like, don't be
That's true.
yeah, I'm not gonna say
That
too
is
much more.
so
Okay.
true.
Okay, let's go to the second one.
Okay.
And this is kind of like what we just been talking about, but I'll go ahead and ask it. Okay. So, are we hoping for great things or going to try and just make it through? Which
Mm,
one are we doing this year?
Ooh.
mm.
So, for me, I'm hoping for great things. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm looking for them. I'm searching for them, and that's what I want to happen. But I mean, some years I've just been like, Jesus, please, just let me make it through. because it's rough out here. So I want to know, what did you guys?
Last year was my make it through year. So this year I'm hoping for great things.
Love it.
Last year I was clinging to the hours and the seconds just to get that by day. So this year we're making big shit pop.
Period.
Making it happen. We are
everything.
Making it go.
Abraham Lincoln said, "The greatest way to predict the future is to create it."
Okay,
I love that. There it is. That's the best way.
And that's what I'm doing. The greatest way to predict that future is to create it. So taking that position instead of just kind of waiting and what no. The best way, the greatest way to predict that future is to create it.
I love that. I love that. I love that.
I love it.
And then if you think about the things, I'll be thinking to myself, whatever you're afraid of, whatever you're scared to go towards, that's what you need to go towards.
And I want to go one step further and change that. Instead of hope, we're speaking the great things.
Mm-hmm.
Speak the things that are not as if they were.
Speak those things. Speak those things.
She done learned the scripture up in here today, y'all. Hey, somebody
hoping for big things. Mel Holiday, I'm hoping for great things. The Rebel, I'm hoping for great things and going to try and just make it through. I like that. I'm hoping for great things, and my energy is going towards making it through. Royal Confessions, expecting great things. Results. Aaliyah Michelle, hopeful for great things. Made my list. Come on, making your list and checking it twice. I love it.
Come on.
Crazy Berry Town, hoping for big things. Love it.
I love it.
Yes.
I love this.
Did you say yours, spiritual thought leader? I already know, but did you say it?
Mine was Mine was the Abe Lincoln quote. Honey, I'm creating.
Yeah.
I am creating.
Period. Just like your creator. I'm a creator, so this is what I do. Because simple as that. People are out here creating. Absolutely. You think about the people who go forth. You're creating the people the businesses that have survived COVID. They're creating new ways to survive and to keep going. So I think it's all about that forward movement. It really is. It really is.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, let's go to number 3. Here it is. What is your favorite? Oh, I'm sorry. This is a multiple choice. Okay. So what favorite beginning of the year holiday? Is it A, Valentine's Day? Is it B, Black History Month? I know that's a whole month, but we gotta celebrate. C, Carnival / Easter, or is it D, St. Patrick's Day? I know Carnival is not Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras. It's not the same as Easter, but it's around the same time or whatever. DJ Stacy Bless says manifesting great things. Love that.
Come on, Stacy. Come on, Stacy.
Yeah.
What's your favorite beginning of the year holiday? Y'all don't seem like the group that's too much into holidays, though. I'm not talking to viewers. I'm talking to Shelly Welly STL.
I love holidays. I think they're so cute, but some of the stigmas are, I guess not stigmas, but like some of the retail traditions, I'm not so keen to.
Okay.
But Black History Month is my favorite holiday at the beginning of the year.
And you hit to, I'm not a holiday person in that regard. My thing is, I can appreciate if Jameis came in and brought me a wilted up dandelion out of the yard, just because I appreciate that more so than Valentine's Day and a card and all that other stuff. I like the off the beaten path just because you wanted to, and it's expressing love to me, because there's something in me that's like, you just got me a present because it's Christmas. You just got me something because it's Valentine. No. And I'm okay with that, and I receive it. But what means more to me is when there is no holiday and no special occasion, and you just make it a special occasion. Now you got me right there.
Am I greedy? Because I want both.
Period.
I want you to give me a card because you wanted to, and I also want you to give me a card because it's Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it's what's both. Expected and it's what's unexpected. We need both. Yeah, I love that.
But I totally agree, Angie. I like those special moments, make it different.
Oh man,
I love when Jameis brings me dandelions from the yard until the ants are after the dandelions in the house.
Yeah.
We've had to
Scratching
tell
this
James stop bringing in
dandelion,
flowers.
and I kind of
It's very
smashed it on the
happy. It
way in.
makes her feel warm and fuzzy.
Yeah, it does
Yeah,
every time.
I love
Male
it.
St. Patrick's Day. Well, now, okay, I'm trying to understand what's the joy of St. Patrick's Day.
You get drunk. There's bar crawls. There's white people doing crazy things in the streets. It's just
Men
a
in
phenomenal
kilts.
time.
I've never really celebrated St. Patrick's Day. I do make sure I always have a little bit of green on because come try to pinch me and we fight. Simple as that. So I don't play. I don't play like that. Crazy Bird Time says Valentine's Day for me, it just makes me feel. Oh, did you just read that, AG? Feel warm and fuzzy inside. Tyrone said Tim's birthday. It's not there yet, but I will sing it for him. Don't even trip.
Truck driver. That's my guy.
I am like that. I want to just because. Nothing's wrong with that. I love that. But also,
Aaliyah said she's finally with someone that does it just because. Am I saying that right, Aaliyah?
Yeah, Aaliyah.
Aaliyah.
She said she's finally with someone that does the just because.
Oh, love it.
Yeah. Oh, and she just had one of the most fabulous. I mean, that wedding was so beautiful, and it's not just.
It really was.
It was. Listen, that was a fairy tale wedding that baby had. It was just gorgeous. So,
and that's amazing.
I'm so happy.
She looked like a princess, a queen. She was so pretty.
It was gorgeous.
Stop it.
Yeah. And what I really liked. And I'll just say a little bit about it because, I really liked her demeanor that day. Aaliyah was very calm and sure that day. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was so beautiful because she just had this this regal calmness.
My day, my boo, and I'm just going down the aisle to claim him.
Period. And she just said, "Is this the last piece? What? We love that.
This is it.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yes.
It's all sporadic while the puzzle pieces are all over the table. But when you put that last piece into place, it's calm. It's serene.
Yeah. Reverend Anna said, listen, she likes of the ones that we offered for Black History Month, she likes MLK Day. Come through.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That is, I did write on my calendar. Let's see who else.
Oh, I love you, Aaliyah Michelle. You know I love you. You're welcome.
Yes.
So we're making her cry. Also, if you're on Facebook, I want to see these wedding pictures. So drop them in the reBOOT Facebook page.
You can put them on reBOOT. Oh, it was great. It was beautiful.
I love it.
Their colors were emerald green, cream, rose.
Oh, is this the wedding you were in?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. You look so good. So I can only imagine how the bride was stunting.
And let me say something. Everybody looked really good. All the bridesmaids looked really good. Everybody in the suit. And Aaliyah looked amazing. So
yeah, I'm excited to see this, Aaliyah.
Yes. Go ahead and cry, baby. It's all that.
Yeah, it's all that. You know what comes with just being creative and pushing forward and having all this energy? These grave emotions come because you know that it's real. And so you can feel it. And it's okay to express your emotions. That's something I'm working on this year. I'm not about to be, if I start crying in front of somebody, if I get upset in front of somebody, I'm not about to, try to refrain from letting the emotions come. I'm not holding nothing back.
Right.
I'm an emotional being, and I cry, and I have emotions, and I think that's important to just put out there. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's go to number 4. Did you tell?
Okay.
Did y'all tell all y'all?
Lena was melting chocolates, Aaliyah Michelle. She was melting chocolates. You said it.
I appreciate that. Honey, I had that long ponytail, honey, y'all. Mm-hmm.
It was gorgeous.
Period.
Now the hair is gone. And I'm like this too.
And I love it that way too.
Yes, it is. I'm sorry, but you just kill. Even when you have all the hairstyles. All of them.
I appreciate y'all. Okay, let's go to number 4. Number 4 is, are you reading a new book or are you rereading an old book that was good? What you doing?
I do both. I'm rereading the Harry Potter series because I want to read Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, but I want to refresh myself before I read it. But I'm also reading a new book. Jodi Picoult is my favorite author of all time. I absolutely love her. And she has, what's it called?
I've never heard of this.
Oh, she's amazing. She's amazing. You got to look her up. She's really good. Leaving Time is the book that I'm reading. It's not her newest or anything like that. It's one that Nick actually gifted me a while ago. I just haven't had a chance to pick it up. So I'm reading that, and I'm also rereading Harry Potter, so I can read Harry Potter in the first trial. Harry Potter, of course. Yeah.
It's just a great series. I want to go grab my book. Oh, go ahead.
My goal on my birthday was to read more books and less social media. So yeah, that's what we're doing.
I love it. Okay, yes. And Jean, tell yours, and I'm going to go grab my book real quick.
Well, certainly. I am doing, of course, I do a reread that I do regularly, and man, so age is going to give me a mental block on it, but nonetheless, it's a kind of like a devotional. And then the others that I'm doing, I have a new book that I'm reading. It's called something about conscience without scripture, I believe is what it is. Excellent book. And I'm writing a book, so all of those going on at the same time.
Yes, writing.
Yes.
I did not know you were writing a book. I'm here for that.
Yes.
Love it. I didn't hear it, but I know you said some great things.
I'm reading a devotional. I can't even reiterate, but I know you said you're rereading a devotional and then you're writing your own. Yeah. And there was one that you're reading, a new one.
I believe it's called Conscience Without Scripture. I think is the name of the book.
Yeah.
I love that. I like that. Okay. That's dope.
All right. Crazy Berry Town says she hasn't been able to settle down and read in a long time. So she's getting into audiobooks, old and new. And then Aaliyah said that she's reading the series Ethic, 7, and the spinoff Butterfly on book 3.
Good deal.
Ooh, I gotta look into those. Are those fiction, nonfiction? What's the plot line there?
It's a spinoff. I like that. Okay.
And Tyrone said both.
Tyrone said both. I think it's great. Yeah. Reading both. Great rereading books, because especially books that have like wisdom and stuff in it or trying to make you like a better person. I think it's good to reread it because you catch stuff that you didn't catch before. So I sometimes like to read books like that. Now, me personally, I'm reading a new book this year. This is the first one I'm starting off with. It's not that big, so I'm excited about it. It's called Mentored by Failure. Okay, so I'm really excited about this. The title just grabbed me in because usually you people talk about failure, they're like, oh, I was held down and I'm jacked up because I'm a failure, whatever. But this says mentored by failure, so it's like some type of success from failure. So I love that. The guy's name is Ty Caldwell. He's a barber. He's been a barber for 30 years, and basically this is a book to give you information about success in the hair industry or the beauty industry.
Oh wow!
So yeah, y'all. I'm reopening my business this year, so I'm really trying to. Actually, I have a client who's a barber, and then this is his brother, and so this guy's actually really dope. He just him and his wife just started a app called, I think it's called Style Seat, and it's like all over the world.
Oh really? I know
Style. No. I just lied. It's not Style Seat. I can't remember the name of the. I can't remember the name of the app. Basically, the app gives you an option, like as a cosmetologist or esthetician or barber, you can go into these salons and work for a day, so you can pay for a day instead of like signing up for a contract for a year to be at a salon. You can go into a day, you can go into a week or something like that. So it's actually really dope, and they're having a lot of success. But I'm excited to read it, and he has a foreword by Les Brown.
Come through, Les.
I was like, what? Because I love Les Brown, so I couldn't believe. I was like, whoa. So I'm excited to read that book. Because I feel like it's gonna be a lot of wisdom in there.
Yeah, that's gonna be real. That's gonna be a really good one. I have a book that I haven't started yet, and I'm actually kind of nervous to start. Tyrone gave it to me. Oprah wrote it. I can't remember the name of it, but it's literally downstairs on my kitchen counter, and every time I look at it, I'm like, I don't think I'm ready for the secrets within this book. It's about childhood trauma. I don't know the name of it, but I know it's about childhood trauma. It's about like alleviating and kind of working through your childhood trauma. Tyrone, if you're still in here, will you drop the title?
Is it What I Knew for Sure?
No, I know it has the word child in it. I can't remember the name of it. Goodness gracious.
Oprah Winfrey was very open about the trauma the sexual abuse and the regular that she experienced in her childhood.
Mm-hmm.
So I love, and the fact that she's successful and have had a successful
Yes.
relationship, and
Mm-hmm.
that she was able to come out of that trauma and heal from it, and then help other people heal from it. It's just I love that. I love Oprah for that and be open about it, because I mean, she was on the she had she was mainstream. She had this big show
Mhm.
and could have talked about anything. She talked about her she talks about healing a lot. So I
Yes.
think that's dope.
I'm gonna Google it, Aaliyah. Aaliyah said please tell her the name, but I can't think of it. I'm gonna Google
Share
it real quick.
share. Yes, it's called Share Share. I
No,
believe that
what
is.
the Oprah book?
No,
No,
she's
I'm
talking about
sorry.
the salon stylist
Oh,
app.
the app. Yes.
Yes, it's called Share Chef. The guy they live, yeah, there. It's dope. I thought it was dope when my client started telling me about it. I was like, this is a really good idea, because I was telling him, I have a lot of clients over in the Frisco area in Texas, but I live in Euless. It's about an hour, and so it's kind of rough to try to drive an hour plus paying tolls and stuff. So I was trying to figure out how to remedy that situation. He was like, you could do the Share Share. So
It's
we got to
called
talking
What
about it.
Happened to You, Aaliyah, and then anybody else who wants to read it. There we go. What Happened to You by Oprah
Yes.
Winfrey.
Rev Ayana, she hitting it. She getting us all the information. That is what it is.
Yes.
Reverend, come on,
Oh, did she
Reverend.
have it?
Yeah, she said, "What happened to you?" Conversations on trauma, resilience, and healing.
Mm-hmm.
Reverend she's equipped, child. She got
You
all the
hear me?
she got all the deeds. She got all the
Come
deeds.
Yes.
on. So those
Oh
are
wow,
some great.
I was saying Reviana. Sorry, Reviana.
It's
Listen, I'm
Ayana.
really bad at these
I think it's
typecasting.
Reverend Ayana. Rev Ayana.
I'm
Reviana.
bad with names too. That's why I be like,
I think
and
it's
you.
the translation from text to voice. I'm like, I'm gonna guess here. I'm
She
gonna
said
guess
Google
here.
is
Yes.
your friend. That's good.
Right,
Okay.
right. Google is really.
I'm excited about all these new books everybody's gonna be reading.
Me
Um,
too.
I've always wanted to be like a book reader, but I never was really. Until my last job that I had, I read a lot. Like I probably read like 40 books in 1 year, and so ever since
Mm,
then, I like reading. But
Awesome.
sometimes
mm.
it's hard to kind of like, all right, I'll sit down and read, because it's like, couldn't I be doing something else? But you sit down and be on social media for an hour, so
Mm-hmm.
it could you
I
could if you
absolutely
take
do.
the time. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
me too. I literally sit here and be on social media and forget that I'm even on the podcast.
And whoever, not whoever, because I know who it was. It was Lena.
Oh,
Lena told me to
oh,
get TikTok, and now I'm addicted.
no, it wasn't me.
And like
It
I know
wasn't
all
me.
the dance. I ain't never been with a baddie. She come like, why do I
That's
know
funny.
that?
I
Why
like
do I know that?
TikTok because of Big Talk. I only watch Big Talk, all the big guys on TikTok, and they all look so good. Oh Jesus! And they be like 6'2" and up, and then they be thick and stocky, and I just be like,
I I cannot.
I'm just playing. But yeah, that's usually what I watch. Let's do the last one real quick. This is our last poll. So our last question is are you doing okay, so this is the question. New beginnings, or if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Say that again.
Are you doing new beginnings, or if it ain't broke, don't fix it?
Okay.
Mm, mm.
This is, I guess you can kind of
That's
take
a
it a few
hard
different ways.
one.
I want
New beginnings.
new beginnings.
I'm gonna say new beginnings because just because something's not broken doesn't mean that it's operating properly. Like, if it's not serving you, then you need to fix it. Just because
Mm,
just because you're getting some type of result out of it doesn't mean that you're getting the result that you should, that you deserve. So start over. Start
okay.
over, pave a new path, and get what you need.
Yeah, truck driver, it's gonna be both for me too. I think Crazy
Mm-hmm.
Breakdown said it depends on what it is, maybe a combo. Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
be a combination for me too, because I want to do new beginnings on a lot of different things. It's a lot of stuff that I feel like needs to like happen in my life. So I'm up for new beginnings. And then also, it's a lot of stuff that like my apartment. Should I go get a new one or should I stick with this one? It ain't necessarily broke. So I'm not gonna fix it. So I'm just gonna chill probably. Well, it depends. Rent is going up so high in Texas. So it depends on, what that is looking like. So it's kind of a combination for me on certain
Texas is thriving. So many people are moving to Texas.
It's just disgusting.
That's how. Lena, you moved to Texas.
Yeah, I'm ready to move back where I came from, but they prices are going up too.
I can't.
I'm trying to move to a small town with 50 people in it where you can get a house for $3,000 and your next door neighbor know how to build everything. That's what I'm trying to get.
Mm-hmm. But also inflation is a thing. So prices are going up. We're coming off of this, hopefully coming off of this pandemic, but who knows at this point. And yeah, lots of adjustments are being made to accommodate.
A lot of adjustments. That's why I'm trying to become more so financially better and do better with my money and saving and things, because I just feel like it's going to get worse before it gets better. So I really want to plan for that and have nest eggs and all of that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Aaliyah said we will not have it. You belong here now with me. Yeah, Lee doesn't want me to go back.
We will not have it.
I've seen an apartment for $6,000 in Texas. It was a condo.
No,
I mean not Texas. No, not Texas. Kansas City. Kansas City.
No,
it was a downtown condo, $6,000 a month, and I just was like, who? Well, people gonna pay it.
Look at the prairies and the pastures out of my back window. What do I need $6,000 worth of apartment for in Kansas City?
Well, hold on now. We ain't gonna say Kansas City is pastures and we ain't gonna do that now. Kansas City got a lot of city in it now.
You can go to a top of a hotel in Kansas City, Missouri. I went to a hotel in Kansas City, Missouri, and the man, he said it like he was proud. He was like, yeah, if you look out the window, you can see all the way to Kansas. That's not a compliment, sir. Quit telling people that. You don't actually. That's not an attraction.
Actually, it is. And Shelly, you on a slippery slope. Number one. Number two,
it's slippery. It's slippery. It's slippery.
Kansas City, Kansas City, Missouri. Their state line is right here. So it's not ridiculous. It's just like Kentucky and down, whatever.
Nina. Break it down.
It's just like
Kentucky,
Arkansas, and yeah.
Break it down, baby. Break it down.
Right there, honey. And first of all, it's a beautiful thing that they're right there.
Slippery. I said slippery.
Yeah, it is.
Sure.
Matter of fact,
but my point is $6,000 in Kansas City is.
Well, it's a lot of money in Kansas City. Now you got me going to the other side. It's a lot of money in Kansas City. A lot of people can afford a $6,000 apartment in Kansas City. Number one.
And there's some places that she hasn't seen, Lena. I can show her some places that are well worth $6,000 that she ain't never seen. So her exposure is limited.
Now a house I could for sure see, but a condo.
I can show you some places. And some spaces.
A lot of places and spaces. And Kansas City has a lot of culture. It's got a lot of character, and you're gonna meet a lot of talented people in Kansas City. A lot of forward-moving people in Kansas City. It's a lot of new stuff popping up in Kansas City. It's a lot of good people that come from Kansas City. It's a lot of good content in the world from Kansas City. So I just want everybody to know that it's like that for you.
Come on.
All of that.
Come on, Lena.
Yeah, what's some Kansas City barbecue? Can't nobody try to barbecue. Like, they be trying, but they can't. So I just want everybody to know that it's like that. We got jazz. We got that. Yes. Back in the day, we was on Prohibition. We was the only ones with the hooch. And y'all would come down to Kansas City and get some hooch. You had to go back to y'all boring states. So let's not.
No. Preach, Lena, preach.
Yeah, let's not get on the gizzards either, because Go Chicken Go
Can I at least see, like, is Travis Kelce my neighbor? Like, why is this apartment $6,000?
Hooch. Not
Travis. Travis, he's in the richer part. So he might be, shoot, who knows?
Point.
Yeah.
Does Patrick Mahomes like stay here on game nights? I don't understand. What am I paying $6,000 for?
First of all, Patrick Mahomes just got to the city. Kansas City been dumped before Patrick Mahomes. He just was a.
Lena's on fire. Lena's on fire. I just want you to know.
Patrick
what am
Mahomes
I looking at? Am I in the plaza looking at what is the scenery around this?
First of all, what's a plaza? Nobody goes to a plaza. It's the plaza. Why do people say the plaza? That's how you know you're not from there. It's not the plaza. Even the white people say plaza. So
plaza?
I don't know where y'all got plaza from.
We're just intentionally mispronouncing words.
It's the culture. It's the character. The plaza. Look, you got me saying plaza. Yeah. What did you say? Mahomes, he left Texas to go to Kansas City. You know why? Because they paid him the most at the Chiefs. Because the money is there. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, the rebel said, "How you talking and you from Wichita?"
I feel the same about Wichita.
You from Wichita?
Same about Wichita, Kansas.
You from Wichita?
Paying $6,000 to live in Wichita.
What's in Wachita? What's in Wichita?
Nothing. We got a cougar
prairies and plains. Prairie and plains.
We got a cougar problem because they didn't let the cougars loose to eat the deer because we had an overpopulation of deer somehow. So now we have a cougar problem. The cougars are eating people's dogs. Like Wichita is kind of tragic. It's kind of tragic.
Well, we're gonna pray for Wichita. We'll put that on the reBOOT page. Pray for the deer. Because Jesus, they eating up the folks' dogs.
Yeah. But in the meantime, we're gonna get off of Kansas City though.
Yeah, we're gonna get off of Kansas City. Did everybody say what they're doing? Are they doing? Did you say if you're doing new beginnings or a combination, or are you doing what if it ain't broke, don't fix it?
I'm new beginnings. I'm new beginnings
as well.
Yeah, love it. Okay, well that was our poll, guys. Thank y'all for participating. I'm excited for everybody. A lot of people seeing you guys' answers. Listen, this is our year. I don't care what happens. It's our year. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm searching on the rocks. I'm looking in cabinets. I'm opening doors. Where are the blessings at? Because I'm looking for them. Simple as that.
Come on.
Thank y'all for participating. Let's do our last segment. You guys know how we get down. We're gonna end our show with this. And I want y'all to definitely continue to participate and let us know what you do. But we are about to go ahead and turn that thing around.
Turn that thing around. Here we go. Yes, ma'am.
See, y'all try to give
if y'all don't want me to sing, y'all could have just said that.
I know. I had set up the other ones and had my cursor already set up for something else, and then I had to swing it back over to this one because I'm on 3 different monitors.
Oh, okay. Now, what was that about singing, Shelly? Couldn't hear you.
I said if y'all didn't want me to sing, y'all could have just said that.
Oh, go ahead, right? Because Shelly has a version.
Turn that thing around. You know.
Okay, now I know.
Shelly, were you rubbing me off on the slide?
Huh? No.
Right.
Your nose are flipping me off on the slide because I saw that finger just kind of like real slow, like.
And I feel like I got my cheeks glistening.
I'm just playing with you, girl. I'm just playing. Okay, Lena.
All right, Shelly, did you get you got yours together?
I do. I didn't type them. I wrote them.
Okay, I'll do mine first. Here it is, guys. You ready? It's a new year. You're feeling great. You are excited about what 2022 will bring. You have your goals that you wrote out and you are going forth. You have been very dedicated to them and you have been putting the work in. Okay. 3 months down the line, January, February, March, 3 months down the line, you look up and see that although you have put the work in, you aren't seeing results as quickly as you anticipated. Here comes discouragement. Okay. So you try not to let it affect you, but it really does. Who wants to work and not receive the fruits of their labor? Turn that thing around. I
You
think
gotta.
this is I
I
think
think we
this is
already
God.
talked about this.
Yeah, because this is funny that this is what
Yeah.
you have to reboot. Go ahead.
Yeah, you got to reset. You got to sit with yourself, hold yourself accountable for why maybe you're not seeing the results. Maybe it's not something that you're doing wrong. You just need to adjust. You need to adjust maybe your meals or the intensity of your workouts, or just make yourself accountable for your results. Yep, reset.
How do you make yourself accountable?
Um, by adjusting, you change the things that you may not have been doing so well. Just reflect, look back, look at what you did, look at what maybe could have been done better. And if you feel like you gave it your best effort, I would probably say keep going. We all know, like, the more you weigh, I think you lose faster. Like, if you weigh more, you lose weight faster in the beginning. But if you already are not like hella over
Man,
your BMI,
no, I'm just kidding.
if you're already not like massively over your BMI, you're not going to lose weight as fast. You're going to start to build muscle first. So adjust, and you can also adjust your goals. Maybe you're not needing to lose weight. Maybe you just need to tone that booty up. So make changes and go forth.
Simple as that.
Accept, adjust, adapt.
Accept, adjust, adapt.
Come through, Lena. Come through with it.
And go
One reason said the law of diminishing returns. What is that?
I don't know what that is.
I love it.
I want to hear that. While he types that out, I'm going to get into mine. Yeah.
Well, I also want to say the Crazy Brayton said they would cuss and keep going. I think that's what she said. That's what they said.
I love Crazy Brayton.
Cuss and keep going. Simple as that. Okay, because you listen to people who are in the like the not the fashion industry, any industry, like movie stars and stuff, like Kevin Hart. He's funny, you know, he makes millions of dollars. Everybody said he's great, but he said it took him 10 years to get to that point. So and I mean,
well, they say it takes 10,000 hours to make your dreams come true. You got to put 10,000 hours of good faith effort to make it really happen.
Yeah. One reason said that the law of diminishing returns is you still see gains, but at a slowing rate.
Okay.
Okay. So is it worth it, even if you're not seeing gains? If you're not seeing gains as quickly as you want, is it still worth it to continue at the level that you
One
are?
of the big focuses that I made sure that I put myself in whenever I started like another workout routine is I don't need to see the scale going down. I don't need to see my inches going down. I want to feel it. Like, one of the reasons why I started working, like hitting exercise again, was because I was like coming up my stairs, and first of all, I was already winded, but let me be carrying anything, a baby, a laundry basket, a freaking water bottle. And I was like, when I got to the top of the stairs, like couldn't even make it to my bedroom because I'm so out of breath. So I was like, no, I need to feel better. I'm not worried about the scale. I'm not worried about the waistline. I need to feel better, because I should not, no. I couldn't get the movements right in the bedroom. I'm like sweating. Like, no, nothing about this is sexy. I need to be sexy. I need to get my knees like Megan. You know what I mean? So,
you know, they got knee pads for that, and help keep that knee right in place, and you can have the Megan style knees.
Need that.
Yeah.
Need that.
I understand though. I'm the same way. My mama, she has a wash and dryer in her house. I could take my clothes, her wash and dryer, but she lives on the 3rd floor. And so I would much rather pay to go give a clothes wash than go up to that third floor and haul them clothes up to the 3rd floor.
See?
But you know what? It's time for a change. I want to be able to run up them steps with them clothes on one over here, and just whoa, 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 and get up them steps and not be out of breath. So
now that's a lot. That's really a lot.
Yeah, that's where I want to be.
And you can do it.
But I'm here.
Speak those things.
You can do it.
You can do it.
Speak those things and be not as though they are.
You can get it done.
Well, there it is.
You know, I think back, and this is my age probably kicking in, but when you talk about that, because Lena But listen, Lena used to be. She and her sister were like volleyball, just phenoms, which took a lot of physical exertion and activity. And so I've seen you do all of that, and I don't think you're that far from it. For real, for real.
Yeah,
I really don't.
seriously.
Listen, I'm taking a note from Shelly. I'm gonna start twerking every night, just to practice and get my that's gonna be my exercise. I'm just gonna start twerking.
Yeah, man. Seriously, Jessica Bass. I told y'all I
I don't
can't
know who
dance,
that
but
is.
she has taught me a few things.
Who
That's
is
that's
Jessica
the
Bass?
dance program, the
Oh.
chick on YouTube whose dance videos that I follow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's good
Mhm.
exercise. So I'm gonna start with that. And I personally love to exercise. I love to work out. I love to sweat. I love to feel the burn. I like to be tired to the point where I can't
Yes.
go no further and then push myself a little bit further. I love it. But it's just, I don't know. I'm ready to get back into it too.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about 2022. Okay,
Me
Shelly, we
too.
You
ready
got it.
for yours.
You got it for
We
sure.
ready for yours.
Sure.
I'm
Okay.
excited to turn that thing around.
Okay. So as a New Year bonus, you're offered a new position where you'll be making significantly more money.
How much more?
But your company has also made a few new acquisitions, which means even more money, right? However, they had to hire someone else to balance out the workload. They couldn't just give it all to you, because if they gave it all to you, you wouldn't be able to go home. Then you'd be suicidal. Like, they'd have a whole nother group of problems. So they hired somebody else to help balance out the workload. The new hire that you will be working alongside as a team is your ex's new girlfriend. Turn
He
that
got a new
thing
girlfriend already? Let me call him. 'Cause this get on my motherfucking nerve. He got a new woman already. I'm just now getting back on the dating sites. He got a new woman.
He got a new girl, and now she's your team partner. Y'all side by side. You got to work together. Got to see each other every single day. Stay late at work. Stop in the lunchroom and work out theories.
And you want me
That's
to?
you. That's her.
You want me to turn that thing around? Oh Jesus!
One reason says straight out of Insecure.
Lord.
It is a very condola situation.
Oh Jesus!
Pray through, G. Pray through.
Oh, that's gonna be a difficult one. That's gonna be a difficult one. Are me and him on chill? Are we on good terms?
You can be if you want to. This is your scenario.
Turn that thing around. Turn that thing around. What's the point of turning that thing around again? I'm getting confused with this one.
You gotta look on the bright side. So one reason in Royal Confessions pointed out that it sounds like it's the plot to Insecure. So in Insecure, Issa, the main character, is working with this girl that she's already really friendly with. And then after establishing a rapport and a relationship with her, she then finds out that she is her ex-boyfriend's girlfriend. And they have to navigate that whole relationship. So very similar. But in this instance, you are like, oh, wow, who's my new partner? Who do I get to make lots of money with? And it's your ex's girl.
I don't like it one bit. I don't like it at all. I think for reboots, I would have to go ahead and put in my resignation.
No, Lena.
Because I'm
this
gonna
is the
be
promotion that you've been.
You gonna leave coins on the table over a female?
Over a
this
man.
Is the promotion you have been waiting for.
She's with my man, the man that I want to be with.
But he's not urine. He's not urine right now.
Mm-mm.
He's not urine.
I'm gonna have to fast and pray. I'm gonna have to fast and pray. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna have to fast and pray. And I'm gonna have to ask the Lord to
Royal
help me.
Confession said he's your ex for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And Rev Ayana said, do you still have feelings in this scenario? Yes. We can't.
We've
ain't
established
no scenario where Lena don't have feelings. Lena got feelings.
Shelly, you on a slippery slope now. You're on a slippery slope.
Leah said you consider this a missed bullet.
I mean,
Uh,
yes.
mm.
I'm going to say that I'm going to try to just
One
be as.
reason said he ain't your man.
He ain't
All
urine.
caps.
He ain't urine. He's not urine, Lena. He's not urine. You got to be clear on that, baby. You got to be
He's
clear.
hers. He's hers. He's not mine. He's hers. He's not mine.
Speak it. Speak those
I feel like
things.
that's just gonna piss me off more. Trying to keep saying
I
he's hers,
mean,
not mine. He's hers,
simple
not
as
mine.
that. Simple as that. I'm gonna be so irritated. Like I'm gonna use all my vacation up trying to get away from this woman.
Oh my God, Lena. Oh my God. Let it go. Let it go.
But
Let it
no,
go.
I feel you, Lena. I feel you.
I'm trying to find a reboot. Jesus knows I am.
Girl, don't leave no money on no table. Don't leave no money on the table.
I would talk to my supervisor and tell him that I recently converted to Muslim faith, and that it's a new law that I'm not able to be in the midst of people like men, and so I have to like cover up my whole body. And so with the fact that the Earth's temperature is rising, global warming, I'm gonna tell them that it's not good for my health to be in a full burqa because of this. So I'm gonna ask them to have me be in a remote position. So if I can do the job remotely, that way I don't really have to come in contact with little mama. I could just message her, blah blah. I won't have no like resentment or nothing, and that's like a wall between us, and that'll be perfect. What do y'all think?
I think not, Lena. I think not. This is this is a lot.
I mean,
No,
what y'all want me to do? Sit there and be best friends with the girl? I don't
you
like
don't
her.
have to be best
What is it?
friends.
How do you know you don't like her?
She got my
And
man.
that's
I don't
another
want her.
thing.
He's not urine. He's not urine. He's not yours,
Y'all-
Lena. Stop. She doesn't have your man.
Speak those things that be not as though they are.
X.
Oh,
So
now you can remember some stuff. Now we
what is the hang up? Now, y'all, I'm laughing, but listen, I used to be in domestic relations and I went through scenarios just like this where I had clients coming in because people come in acting like he's still mine and he done moved on and I got
The
exes that are going to the left.
mine.
That boy
I feel
is
you,
mine.
Aunt Jean, and I feel you, Lena. But I also don't think that you should have to avoid the job or the girl.
I don't like her. And now I don't like the job because why would they hire her?
Oh my God.
Because the hiring manager, me and her get lunch every Monday at Chipotle. We talk a little bit. She knows my sentiment. She might not know who he is, but we got a great enough connection for her to feel that this other woman is going to be not the right
Jesus.
move for the
Bind
company.
it right now,
I
Jesus.
think that you
Bind
can
it.
have a
Bind it.
conversation with her and let her know, like, this is where I stand.
Mm-hmm.
This is how I'm feeling. For now, until I can heal myself, let's just keep it a very strictly business relationship.
One reason said that sounds crazy though. Listen, all I'm saying is if I'm in like a healed, like if I don't want to be back in a relationship, then it's not gonna be that much of an issue. It's gonna be a little weird. But I would just, just live with it. But if it was a situation where I did want to still be with him, I might have to sabotage.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Oh
But
no,
now
you guys don't think you should have
personal.
a conversation with her? I feel like.
For what?
I mean, I feel like so. Royal Confession said no. Don't
Yeah.
bring that into the job.
Don't bring
realm,
that
but
into the job realm.
I'm feeling like it's already there. Like
They brought it into the job realm. They hired that
Like-
woman. I didn't hire that woman.
you
And why
know
would
me,
they
I
not?
know you. Like we know who each other are. So like, just
Why would they
ignore
not
it?
consult me before they hired somebody? Let me be in on the hire because y'all don't know the job. I do the job. I
They
can tell
were
you who's going to
taking
be
care
perfect.
of you. They knew you would need help with these new acquisitions and the new role you were taking on. So they were like, "We're gonna hire somebody to stand by her side."
Mm-hmm. And look at him.
Originally,
And then he went and got a woman that does the same thing that I do. He still wants to be with me. The woman is doing the same thing I do. She probably look like me. She probably
Lena, okay. but the job is on your vision board. Thank you, Reverend. And then Aaliyah said, no, ma'am. Rebel said, don't let people control your energy. We talking about boss energy. You are in control of this. You just letting all of this go over a female.
All right, y'all. Y'all want the real y'all. Let me give y'all the reboot y'all want me to have. So
Okay.
I'm going to talk to the young lady.
I'm here to receive it.
I'll sit her down. I'll say, look, I was with that man. I'm not with him anymore. I wish you guys blessings and love and success in your relationship. We can have a professional relationship, and let's just keep the personal out of it. She'll say, okay, I agree, and we'll converse and we'll do the job that we were meant to do. We'll make the money we were supposed to make, and we'll praise God for the situation.
And then you're going to sabotage her. Because something down in my shondo said you lying.
No, I like that. That's what you should do.
She said that's what y'all want to hear. Did you catch that, Shelly? She said, I'm going to give you all the answers that y'all want, the reBOOT viewers want to hear.
I'm just kidding. I would definitely take the high road.
Just walk in your boss energy. But you have to acknowledge the situation and the feelings that are there. I feel like just ignoring it like it's not happening is just, it's going to cause so many like underneath issues. Like, think about if y'all now in a disagreement about, I don't know, one of the businesses not operating how it should be operating. It's her fault. It's your fault. Now, if bitch, that's why you stole my man. And no,
right,
it's like gonna cause more problems.
Okay, now Rebel's weighing in. She said no, she don't even have to do that. She just needs to walk in her boss energy because she don't want to hear that ish. She doesn't have to say anything to that girl.
Ooh, that makes me nervous.
And then here she come to work singing his praises and slanging that trash.
Tyrone said, why they hire you?
Why they hire her? That's the question. I was here first. I have seniority. I have 10 here. Why?
Right, because coworkers do talk. So, like, what if you guys are sitting there one day and she's just like, oh, my boyfriend. Like, I'm going to let you know where I'm at so I don't have to know. So you know how to come at me.
I'll take the high road. Like, girl, I've been there, done that. You know what women say. Been there, done that.
Thank you, Tall Pumps, for the biddies.
Thank you.
Some biddies.
Now,
been there, done that.
Oh, that's fighting words right there. That's fighting words right there.
I don't want that. That's second hand. I had them first. Everything you're saying, I already know. This and that and that and this. So, right, sloppy seconds. So I could do that too. She gonna slash my tires and she gonna be like, well, at least I got them. That's what she gonna say. I got them and you don't. And I'm be like, okay.
See, and it's gonna cause so many problems.
And what your pound cake tastes like? And you know he gonna tell her. You know he gonna tell her, and then she gonna bring the pound cake to the potluck. First of all, she don't even use real butter, but he liked that one better. Okay, I didn't get the reBOOT. Y'all pray for me. I need prayer because I didn't get the reBOOT on that.
You got the second one. You got the second time. I like that one. Have a conversation with her.
She gonna get a nice picture on his desk
for them.
They gonna have a picture of her and him on the desk. I gotta walk by it every single day.
Mel said he got an STD. Yeah, that's another thing you could do. Just tell yourself nasty things about him so that it makes you less attractive to him. Royal Confessions. Yes, we're going back to the pound cake. It's always going to come back to the pound cake.
I got you, Lena. I got you. At the end of the day, I think, though, the reality of, she left him for a reason, but the reality of it is a lot of times, even though people have gone their separate ways and they're in separate corners, those connections are still there. Now, that's real. There are a lot of times you went your way and you doing this, I've gone my way and I'm doing that, but that connection, that invisible connection is still there for real, for real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think I would. Yeah, they are real. I think I would go ahead and just try to keep my mind on, yeah, left them for a reason, I go back to that Steve Harvey um story that he was telling about the car in his driveway. And his mama kept telling him, you got that old car in your driveway, how you gonna get a new one? And so he kept saying, then when he finally moved the car out the driveway, then he got the new car. So
he got a new car.
2022, that's what I'm on. I'm on moving old cars out of my driveways and thanking God for the new ones that's coming in.
And parking that Big Mac truck in this little garage, or whatever Cardi said.
Period. The double Big Mac truck. But I would just say at first I would probably have an issue with it. I'll have to come to terms with it. I might have little petty moments. I might have little catty comments, a little shade. But then I think, after a while, once I got used to it, I would go ahead and just, get into the boss energy and leave it where it is.
Okay.
So yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank y'all for being very participating in that one. I don't think I said that right, but thank you for participating in our turn that thing around. We tried our best. I definitely did, and we're going to continue to go. Before we get out of here, we just want to show you guys a little short video, give you a little motivation for this year coming. So I want to encourage everybody to watch this with us, and then we'll go ahead and end the show. So let's go ahead and play it.
Before you start the video, I have to go, so I won't be on the closeout. So bye, everybody. Okay. Thank you for coming this week, and I will see you next week.
Thank you, Shelly. Please follow Shelly on all of her social medias. It's Shelly Willie. She's on Twitter. She's on Instagram. And also she is on TikTok now. So follow her.
Many of you will not be successful because you've got this giant goal and no steps to go with it. You're just in your mind like, girl, this is my year. How many steps? I don't know. Like, what is it going to take for you to do it? I don't know. I just know this is my year.
All of us in life have things we want. We don't get what we want. We get what we have to have. We all get what we tolerate in ourselves and other people. But when you're no longer willing to tolerate something, that's when your life changes. The difference in people is their standards, period. Everyone in the world has a list of things they think they should do. I should lose weight. I should work out. I should work harder. I should make more calls. I should. And then you know what? People don't do their shoulds and they get mad at themselves and they what I call should all over themselves. They beat themselves up about it. What changes people is when your should becomes a must. When suddenly the thing you said should happen has to happen. That's when human beings change. It's like if you want to take the island, burn the boats. Because if there's no way to go back, it's amazing what happens when it's a must to do something versus a should. The number one thing that's going to change your life, the only thing that will change your life, change your business, change your money, change your relationship, is you must raise your standard.
If you can't stick to something for 5 fucking days, you deserve to have a shitty life. You deserve to get your ass kicked. You deserve to be miserable. We're talking about 5 fucking days. We're not talking about 50 years. We're not talking about the 5 years it probably takes to build something worthwhile. We're not talking about the 5 months it could take for you to lose 100 pounds. We're talking about 5 fucking days. And you can't even stick to it for that. So what the fuck do you think you deserve? You deserve exactly what you get. And that's true. That's the things your friends won't tell you when you're bitching and moaning about how your life sucks on Friday night, drinking a fucking brewski with your boys, when you should be reading or improving or working out or doing something. If you can't start to tell the voice that you have in your head to sit the fuck down and shut up, you're going to have a very hard time making any year your year. What it's always going to come down to is your own actions and your own choices. This is your year. Your year for change. It's time to make that change right now. It doesn't matter if it's the first, the second, the third, the first week, the second week. It's the new year. You have new opportunities. There's new doors opening for you every single day. You have to just walk through them and be who you were meant to be on this earth.
There you go, Lena.
There you go. Little tough love for everybody. I know it probably wasn't you know, the delivery might have not been what you agreed with, but I'm going to encourage everybody just to take something from that video and use it to propel yourself in this new year. I'm excited for everybody's success. I want y'all to share it with us. We're going to share our success with you guys. Thank y'all for joining us on reBOOT today. Remember that you can definitely follow us on Facebook, reBOOT this, and it's a page, and it's a group that we kind of come together and we converse. So I want you guys to add to that. You can follow me on Instagram at Leor Music, Leor Music. And thank you guys. This is the reBOOT podcast. So y'all have a wonderful day, and we'll see y'all next time.
Now hold on, and we're gonna get somewhere. We're gonna share some love. Copy that raid train message. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. So much love coming at you. Blessings, and hold on. Please copy that raid message. Please copy that raid message. Thank you.
Growth, longevity, understanding, and integrity. Me and you, we on the road. Gradually, top discovery. Got a lot to learn in this life, and I'm excited. Gonna do it with my people like mine. What you gonna do when you need it? What you gonna do?